What if I told you I had 15 rental properties and was still struggling to survive? $40,000 a month in expenses, equity sitting in properties I couldn't touch, a business that was barely breathing. From the outside, I looked successful. Inside, I was 3 weeks away from walking away from real estate for good. And the crazy part, I was doing exactly what every investor, every guru, every mentor told me to do. So why was it destroying me? Because there's a trap inside buy rentals advice that nobody talks about. And once I figured out how to get out of it, everything changed. We went from barely keeping the lights on to doing $1.6 million in 2025 with no rentals. If you're building your business right now, there's a good chance you're already in this trap. Stay with me, because once you see it, you can't unsee it. And I'm going to show you exactly how to get out and what to build instead, so your business actually starts making real money. Now, let me take you back to 2021. I've got 15 rental properties sitting in my portfolio that every investor I knew told me was the path to wealth, and I was miserable. I'm talking about trying to quit real estate 3 times a month miserable. I would sit there at night thinking about how I was going to tell my wife that after all of this, all the grinding, all the sacrifices, all the hours, I failed. Now here's what made it so confusing. On paper, I looked like I was winning. 15 rentals, a team, an office, all the things you're supposed to have, but my business was running $40,000 a month in expenses. $40,000. Every single month, that clock was ticking. And my rentals, they weren't covering it, not even close. We were averaging $300 to $500 a month per door, and that money just went into reserves for the rental property. So you know what we did? We did everything. Wholesales, flips, new builds, whatever we could get our hands on. Not because we had a strategy, because we had to. We were throwing everything at the wall just to keep the lights on and make payroll every month. And that's exhausting, because now you're not running a business. You're running a rescue operation every single month. So every month I was praying something would close in time. And when it didn't, which happened more than I want to admit, I was scrambling. I had equity in 15 properties that I couldn't touch without selling them. I had a business hemorrhaging money every single month, and I had zero margin for error. That's not wealth, that's a trap. And the worst part, I built it by following advice everyone told me was right. So what actually went wrong? That's what we're getting into next. It wasn't the rentals. Rentals aren't the problem. Rentals can absolutely build wealth. I still firmly believe in that. The problem was the sequencing. I built my rental portfolio before I had stable acquisition business. That was the mistake. I was counting on those rentals to be my income before I had consistent income already coming in. Think about what that means practically. Every month I needed those rentals to perform. And real estate doesn't care about your budget. A roof goes out, there goes $7,000. An HVAC unit goes down, there goes $9,000. A tenant stops paying, there goes $1,600 a month until you get them out. And every time something hit, I didn't have a cushion because the business wasn't stable enough to absorb it. So what did that create? Pressure, constant pressure, the kind that makes you make bad decisions, take deals you shouldn't take, rush closings that should probably walk away from, accept lower numbers just to get cash in the door. I was reactive every single day. And here's the thing nobody tells you about being equity rich and cash poor. You can't eat equity. You can't make payroll with equity. You can't cover a $5,000 repair with equity. Equity is a number on paper until the day you sell. And I wasn't trying to sell, I was trying to build. That's the trap. Building a portfolio on top of an unstable foundation and hoping the rentals hold everything together. They won't. I'm proof of that. So there I am, 2021, 15 rentals, 12 employees, $40,000 a month going out the door, doing flips, wholesales, anything to survive, and I'm just done. I sat down with my business partner and I said, I don't know what the hell to do anymore. That's when we came across another investor who was doing real estate completely different. He wasn't grinding. He wasn't running a big team. He wasn't juggling a million different strategies just to survive. He was doing fewer deals, making more money, and actually enjoying his life. So we started building a relationship with him. talking, picking his brain, just trying to understand how he was seeing things so differently than we were. And over time, he started opening our eyes to a completely different way of thinking about this business. One thing he said stopped me cold. He said, when I started making $300,000 to $350,000 a year, I realized I had something. Then I focused on how to scale it. And I just sat there thinking, I'm barely making 35 grand a month with 12 employees. This guy figured it out with almost nobody. I was doing this whole thing backwards. That January, we fired everybody. It was just me, my partner, and a VA who had been with us for over 7 years. I dropped the ego. I stopped pretending I knew what I was doing. I asked him how he was doing it, and I just listened. And for the first time in years, things started to click. Not because I was working harder, because I would finally stop building on a broken foundation. That's when everything changed. Now, what this investor shared with us was a completely different philosophy around how to build a real estate business. But his world was mostly commercial. Big deals, different buyers, different dynamic. So we took the core of what he taught us and we spent the next couple years tweaking it, testing it, and refining it specifically for residential real estate. And what came out of that is what I now call the prime wholesaling method. And the whole thing starts with one idea. Build your acquisition business first. Everything else comes after that. Here's why that matters. When you build a strong acquisition business, you start doing something most real estate investors never actually experience. You start seeing every deal before anyone else does. You're talking directly to motivated sellers. You're in the market every single day, and you get to decide what to do with every single one of those deals. A well-built acquisition business can generate 6 figures a month, not 6 figures a year, a month. And when that's happening consistently, you finally have what most investors are chasing but never actually find: financial freedom with breathing room. Real breathing room. Not praying a deal closes before payroll. Not scrambling to cover a repair. Actual peace. But here's where it gets even better. Because you're seeing all these deals coming through your pipeline, you now get to cherry pick. You get to look at every single property and ask yourself, do I want to wholesale this? Do I want to flip this? Or do I want to keep this one as a rental? That's a completely different position than going out and hunting for rentals because someone told you that's how you build wealth. Now you're not hunting, you're choosing. You see a property that makes sense as a rental, you keep it. You see one with great flip margins, you flip it. Everything else you wholesale and keep the cash flowing. That's the order. Acquisition first, everything else second. And when you build it this way, your rental portfolio actually grows faster because you're funding it with wholesale income instead of hoping the rentals fund themselves. I went from 15 rentals that were suffocating my business to a streamlined acquisition machine that lets me choose exactly what I do with every deal that comes across my desk. That's the difference. Look, I spent years doing this the hard way. 15 rentals, 12 employees, $40,000 a month, going out the door and nothing to show for it but equity I couldn't touch and a business I wanted to walk away from. And it all came down to one thing: the sequencing. I was building the house from the roof down instead of from the foundation up. The moment I flipped that around and focused on building a strong acquisition business first, everything had changed. The financial pressure lifted, the deals got better, and for the first time, I actually had choices around what to do with my properties instead of just surviving month to month. If you're out there right now grinding, doing everything you're supposed to do and still feeling like you can't get ahead, I want you to take a second and ask yourself honestly, are you building it in the right order? Because if you're not sure, that's exactly what I'm here to help you figure out. Go take the free quiz at pwmquiz.com. It takes about 2 minutes and it's going to show you exactly where your business stands right now and what needs to happen first to start generating consistent 6 figures a month. Don't keep building on a broken foundation. Go to pwmquiz.com and let's figure it out together. Now, the acquisition method I've been talking about today, the one we built and refined specifically for residential real estate, is called the prime wholesaling method. And in 2025, we closed 11 deals for $1.6 million in profit, spending less than $500 a month on marketing. Click on this video right here to see exactly how that method works. Until then, I'll catch you on the next one.